Alright, so the last lesson we learned to write numerical expressions, and today we're going to learn to evaluate those numerical expressions. Evaluate's just a fancy word for solve. Our learning goal is to be able to use the correct order of operations to find the solution to a problem. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You see the pencil symbol, and you know you're going to be copying down a lot of information here. But it's important information, and it's worth it. First, some vocabulary. Evaluate means to find the value of, or solve. Order of operations tells you what order you should use to evaluate the expression. Now, PEMDAS. This is very important to remember. These letters will help you memorize the order of operations. P stands for parentheses, E, exponents, M, multiply, D, divide, A, add, S, subtract. It's important to remember, though, when you multiply and divide, or you add it and subtract, you're going to do it in order from left to right. And you'll see a little bit more about what I mean about that as we practice the problems. Go ahead and pause the video and write this information into your notes. Alright, time to look at some examples. I wrote my PEMDAS at the top of the page to help me remember the order of operations. Anytime you're doing order of operations, I recommend you also write PEMDAS at the top of your page. Alright, so let's look at the first one. P, parentheses. I don't have any parentheses in this problem. E, exponents. Nope, no exponents. Next, multiply and divide. Now remember, I need to multiply or divide from left to right. So even though in PEMDAS, when I look at it, the M comes before the D, remember that's from left to right. In the problem, division comes before multiplication, left to right, like you would read. So I'm going to do the division first. 3 divided by 3 is 1. I'm going to write the value and then rewrite the rest of my problem. Times 4 plus 6. No more division, but I do have multiplication, so that's what I'm going to do next. 1 times 4 is 4. Plus 6. The only thing I have left to do is add. 4 plus 6 is 10. The value of this expression is 10. Let's check out another one. Start thinking about PEMDAS. P, are there any parentheses? In this case, there are. 4 plus 4. Well, 4 plus 4 is 8, so I'm going to write the value underneath it and fill in the rest of the problem. So now I have 16 divided by 8. Because that's all that's left to do, 16 divided by 8 is 2. I've evaluated the numerical expression. Okay, last one on this page. Parentheses. Yes, we have parentheses. 5 minus 3 is 2. So I'm going to write the value, and I'm going to fill in everything that came before and after it. Are there any exponents? No. Multiplication or division? Yes, we have multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4, so I'm going to write the value. And then I still have plus 7. And finally, 4 plus 7, write it over here, has a value of 11. So the value of that numerical expression is 11. Are you catching on yet? Okay, now we're going to look at something a little bit different. We want to add parentheses to an expression to equal a specific value. I warn you now, depending on the problem, this will take patience and it's going to take perseverance. But stick with it. You can absolutely do this. Think of it as a challenge or a puzzle. You want to figure out where the secret parentheses goes. So let's say I'm looking at this 12 plus 17 minus 3 times 2. Let's say I put, let's put the parentheses around the 17 minus 3. Let's try. 12 plus 17 minus 3 times 2. Well, order of operations tells us I would have to do the 17 minus 3 first. That would give me 14. 12 plus 14 times 2. Multiplication comes next. 14 times 2 is 28. Still have my plus 12. Now, 28 plus 12 is 40. That is not the value of the 23 I wanted. So I know the parentheses are not going to go around 17 minus 3. Let's try another way. Let me erase this. All right. How about if I tried, let's start with the first two numbers. 12 plus 17 minus 3 times 2. Still, I need to start with parentheses. So 12 plus 17 is 29. And I still fill in minus 3 times 2. No exponents from PEMDAS. No, oh, yep, I do have multiplication. 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 29 minus 6. Oh, looks like I got lucky this time. Value of 23, which is what I was looking for. So my parentheses would go around the 12 plus 17. Sometimes these problems have more than one answer, so you need to try the parentheses to see where it would fit. Now it's time for you to try a few. So go ahead and evaluate the expressions below in your journal. Try them, see how you do. Then, when you're done, unpause the video and see if you got the correct answers. Good luck. Go ahead and pause now. Okay, let's see how you did. Hopefully you wrote PEMDAS on your paper to remind you of the order of operations. So in this first one here, we don't have any parentheses. We don't have any exponents. We do have some division right here, so that's what I'm going to start with. 12 divided by 4 is 3. And I need to fill in what came before that 3 in my problem. Now, I don't have any other multiplication or division. I do have addition and subtraction. Remember, I want to do that from left to right. So even though the A comes first in PEMDAS, subtraction is on the left. Addition is on the right, so I'm going to do subtraction first. 5 minus 2 is 3, plus 3. Our final value for this expression is 6. I hope you got it right. Let's look at the next one. Parentheses, we have them, we have to do that first. 6 times 6 is 36, minus 9 is 27. Fill in the rest of the problem. Okay, so I did my parentheses, no exponents. Multiplication and division. Yes, I have division right here, so that's my next step. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Fill in what came before it. So 27 minus 3 has a value of 24. Good work. This one was really tricky. That's why I gave you the hint that you could use more than one set of parentheses. Your parentheses should have gone here and here to get a value of 2. Because 9 plus 5 is 14, divided by 5 plus 2 is 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Time for everyone's favorite LOL. In what order must operations be evaluated to find the solution to a problem? Write your answer in your math journal. Be sure to use math vocabulary and complete sentences in your response. Be specific. I know you can do it.